Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Tickers Tea Room on a Tuesday night. I hope you're all well. So we have guests in the back room, so you know who they are, and we have a blast from the past who's coming in about half an hour. You'll have to wait for that one. So let's get down to some business, shall we? Hello, boys. As you can see, there they are. They are sleeping. They're snoring. You might be able to hear them snoring. I'm sure. Oh, there we are. Little Reggie's decided to have a little bit of a move. There you go. The boys are in. Hope everybody's well. Hope you've all had a good week. I've had a reasonably good week. I was off ill last week. So it was a bit crap. But I was still streaming, as you know. But yes, we're all good. Back to normality in a way together. Let's see. We've got loads of people. And the comments already. 14 in the chat. We've got Steve Bernstein who says AI tickers. Thank you. Hello. NATO strat, mate. Yeah. Christian Ward on the NATO. Absolutely. Thank you. Stephen L has upvoted. Thank you, Stephen. Bill K has upvoted. Please upvote if you can. There's 19 in the chat. Please upvote if you can, please. It does help the algorithm, apparently. In Vacanza, sorry. Hello. How nice to see you. Thank you. Ray Harrison, Harrisology, evening all. Hello, Ray. Good to see you again. Matt H, friend of the show. Hello. Good evening. Thank you, Matt. Good evening. Great to see you, sir. Mr. Thorpe, hey up tickers, good luck tonight's stream. Thank you, Mr. Thorpe. Good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely. Ray, woof, you showed that cheeky Timmy fellow thing or two. Good on you, mate. Thank you, Ray. Yes, spicy as they come, mate. I will, I'll hold my own with anybody. You know that. Absolutely. Mr. Thorpe is said hello to by Ray Harrison. That's good. Max, good evening, Max. How are you doing? 22 in the room. So the invites have gone out to people. So we'll just see what's going on. Another friend of the show, Dr. Report. Thank you. Voted complete. Thank you, Dr. Thank you very much. Hello, Big V. Good evening. How are you doing? One Day Retro. Hello, you lovely people. Hello, One Day Retro. AIPZ, £9.99. Super chat. Thank you. Super chat. Now, Brian's not with us. He is moving house. Or should be installed now in his new location. But he moved yesterday. When he said thought he was going to be in today, I thought he ain't going to be in today. Moving house, I've moved out a couple of times, and Tickers Towers ain't as big as Smoky Pipe Towers. Absolutely not. So he might join us. You don't know. He said he might make it. It'd be great if he could, but he'll have his new studio. It'd be nice if he could actually join us from his new studio. So Super Chat £9.99. You need to do more streams, Tickers. Weekend stream possibly. Look forward towards the stream. You know what? I was kind of thinking maybe up the game like I used to. You know, I'm just getting back into stuff. You know what I mean? I've had a bit of a rocky road sort of thing. But yeah, we're enjoying it. When my dogs lay like that, they tend to send out funny smells. Do you know what, Paul? Frenchies are known for funny smells. I'm combating it with food, the kind of food that you don't give funny smells, but, you know, yes, bless them. We might get a bit of action tonight. They may just, they may move. Sometimes they just sit like that. Here we go. IG walks on Instagram, walks and watches. Thoughts of last night's show? I take it you're talking about the British one. Well, I'm not really going to comment, to be honest. I think if you were there last night, you would know my thoughts. But there you go. Show us the X22. Don't you mean? Do you mean the X33 Amiga? Come back to us if you do, and we'll show it in a bit. It's up. Where is it? Yeah, I can see it. So I literally dig when I try and get when I get a human in to talk to you, why you just go and get it? Because it's a bit dead air. The dogs won't say much. But if you mean the X33, I can get it. It's up there. Yeah, of course it will. Yeah, I've just said, watch Brian. He's moving house a considerable distance across the United States. So he installed himself yesterday, but he's probably just getting his studio ready up and running. Or basically just get yourself sorted. Unboxing today, Tick. Well, do you know what? I did have an unboxing for today, but the person who gave us it isn't around either. So I'm going to wait till that person is around to unbox it. I think it's somewhat fair. I like the person who gave us the watch to be around. So that will wait. So what we all got on the wrist. So I've got Breitling, guys. You know that? Of course you do. You've heard about this, haven't you? I have a Breitling. Let me go full screen. Solo layout. So that is a Breitling Super Ocean 44 special. Look at that. And that was gifted to me by someone who should remain nameless at the moment in the watch community. Look at that. That is an absolutely cracking watch. That is brilliant. That is black PVD with a ceramic bezel. Now, the whole bezel is actually ceramic. It's not an insert. The whole bezel is ceramic. Cracking watch, that. Yes, brilliant. So, yes, there was going to be an unboxing, but I'll wait till the person concerned, I won't tell who it is around and about in the chat or whatever, and then I will unbox it. So, next week. And we've got more stuff coming as well. It's a bit ridiculous, but yes. Okay, no one fucks with the SBS special bus service. Thank you, Ray. Yes, special bus service. I think we can thank somebody. Who was that? That was Finchy. Finchy who came up with a special bus service. That's correct. Yeah, Mr. Happy. Hi for windy Suffolk. Yes, windy Suffolk. It's windy down in Kent as well. It's pretty bad. Jocelyn is on the way. Oh, well, Jocelyn wants to come and blow me. She can do. Sorry, different show. Never mind. Strike that. Right. Upvote. Thank you. Nice watch. Chloe, thank you very much. Tudor Chrono Panda. What about him? You got one? Hang on. Steve Burstein. Oi, oi, Paul Thorpe. Tim Wright still saying a lot of nasty things. Do you know what? We just don't bother. What we do, it's quite an interesting novel thing, that. We're a watch stream and we talk about watches. Strange, that, isn't it? Some people don't. Some people just go off and cause a load of shit. But I actually, when I started this channel off, I didn't want to talk about other people, unless they're interesting, nice people. I started a stream to talk about watches. And 3 years later, it's still happening. And I may not have 40,000, 10,000 subscribers that the people talking shit do, but I don't care. It'll come in time, and every single subscriber will be interested in watches and not the shit that goes on. That's it. That is exactly what it is. That's why I started the channel. These things. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Love tonight's vid, Paul. Yes, go and give some love to Paul. That's fine. Just go and watch his videos. You asked what we're wearing. No, well, keep up to. Oh, sorry. Yeah, keep up to. Sorry, mate. Sorry, yeah, X20. Sorry, yeah, I'm still on the tablets for whatever was up last week. I'm still on the tablets, so that's my excuse. 100%. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, thank you very much, mate. Robert Wood, good afternoon, John. Well said. Thank you. Both thought you to a big audience, mate. Thanks, mate. It'll get there. So we've had a bit of a hiatus and I've had a lowdown, but I'm back now, and I said I might just fire up the old engine again in the week, a bit late, do another day or something, another night like I used to. Well said. This is a great streaming for. Thank you very much. I'm much appreciated. Thank you. One Day Retro, Paul thought he's going to get one extra subscriber tonight. Every little helps, owns it. One Day Retro, thank you so much for that. Okay, one of my two mods here, Chili Badger. Hello, good evening. Welcome from tropical Brighton. Thank you, Chili. Chili in the house tonight. He's the mod. Right, so we've seen the Breitling. So we're going to discuss some new stuff that's coming out. You know the script. As long as you haven't watched the looked at all the stuff that's out there, hopefully you won't know the prices, because we're gonna share the screen and we're gonna look at some new watches are out there. So, what do we all think of these? Now that is a Brighton Super Ocean Heritage 57 Highland Special. Now, when I first saw that, I kind of thought, it's an interesting colour, but it's grown on me. Looking at it, that is actually colour has actually grown on me. It is very, very retro. It is 100% a 57 vibe to it, and I love that. I love that mesh bracelet. So, any thoughts, guys? First of all, what we actually think of this? Ray. Sick as some Prime Minister. That wouldn't last there very long, mate. You know, as soon as they got there in the in the house and went, oh, we're dead, I'd be straight out of it, wouldn't I? Oh dear, we're still getting lovely comments. Oh right, so hello Cersei, how you doing, mate? Okay, so it looks too dated. It depends, mate, whether you like the retro look. I do actually like the 5760s retro look, like the old Super Oceans, and all that stuff. I do actually think they look nice. I do actually like. Have a Super Ocean. Don't like this one, Mr. Happy. Oh, okay. I'm happy. Sorry. Okay. Let's have a scroll through and let's have a nosy a bit more of the blue. You see, I'm a blue dial. Everyone knows I'm a sucker for a blue dial. I've got loads of blue dial watches, too many of them, to be honest. And I prefer this orange, this colour. I can't really say what colour of the interesting colour. I prefer this colour than the blue one. That blue one, would you believe, doesn't do much for me, which is strange coming from me, because I'm a blue dial person. Yeah, that does it for me. That 4 colours, so beige, green, mustard, and blue. So they're not giving any fancy colour. They've just gone straight with those, which is quite interesting. Instead of trying to name it a fancy colour. I mean, it's blue, in it, you know. Ocean, shark, whatever. Bollocks, it's blue. Fair enough. So I do actually quite like that. Obviously that's the mustard one. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Wonder what I wonder if it's gonna. It'll probably have the same movement in as that. Let's have a look and see what it's in it now. See, look at that bracelet. That bracelet's look at that. That is class. That bracelet. That is definitely nice. See what else is. I'm just jumping on the blue. Certainly Danny says the blue's much better. Okay, fair enough. Ronnie and Reggie would love ripping number 10. Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? Oh, so Golf Guy says he has a Brightly Super Ocean Steelfish. Very nice, very nice. Matt H, the blue isn't for me either, but it's so much better than the mustard. Oh wow, okay, so that was the weird one then, like in the mustard. Fair enough. Stephen L, the orange looks like it's been under the ocean for years. Good shout. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a good shout. It's like it's been in the ocean for ages. Right. So before we get down and reveal the price, so I don't know the price of these, and as you know, anyone who knows what we do here, we just have a little game of like anyone, as long as you don't know what the price is of these. Now, I think these are going to be $5.5 grand. I'm just judging about how much these are. I think these are about 4.5. I think UK. So I think they're going to put an extra grand on it because they can. It's Breitling. What do you reckon? So 30 Danny reckons about 4,700. Okay, then 4-4, Solomon 4-4, Big Vic 3-7. You really think you're going for going that low at 3-7? Interesting. 4K for Max. Well, I mean, okay. Would anybody pay that kind of money for them? The blue one. Is it what? Do you think it's worth it? Do you like them? Does anybody like them at all? Would anyone cough up and buy one? I mean, it's different, isn't it? Matt actually, it's too much. Free because someone will gift it to stickers. Yeah, I know it was. I know. I'll eventually. I might reveal who gave us that, but not at the moment. So lots of people going. Lots of people said about 4,000, 5,000 quid. 30 Danny wouldn't buy one. Matt hates us too much. Solvents, he wouldn't buy one. Golf guy, only worth it if you like it. Yeah, it is a niche thing. Let's have a look how much these are. Intrigue myself. I don't look at the prices myself when I pick out. I purposely dodge the prices. So I do like that. I don't know. It's just something about that. It's different in your collection. And I've got a few orange watches. I don't like green watches. I've got blue watches, as I said, coming out my backside. I've got a few white dials. I've never had a dial that colour. Wow, look at that. That's cool. Even the colour of the reflection of the whole watch is like bouncing off the bracelet. Okay, US dollars, $6,250 Someone want to calculate roughly how much is that? What's that? Is that about 5,700 quid English? I think it probably is, isn't it? Because you never know on the site what they're going to price it in. You don't know whether they're going to give all. Sometimes they give all three prices. Sometimes they just give one. On the bright side, who would? Yeah, on the bright side, who would rob? Yeah, I must admit, they're not going to. They really aren't going to. You said a lovely watch. I mean, and they could probably sell it for a bag of smack. They ain't going to have it off you, are they? And if you shine it in the face like that, it's because they're going to blind it, aren't they? With that dial. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's sad really that you think they'd nick anything, but they're not. They're just going for they're just targeting the Rolexes, aren't they? Really? I mean, to be honest, all you hear about when people do have watches stolen is Rolex. So do they steal Omegas and then we don't hear about it? So someone thinks, oh well, I've got Rolex at home, which is worth 20 grand. I've got the 5 grand Rolex on today, and I've nicked that, and I'm safe. The wife's safe. Leave it. You never ever hear about anything but Rolex being stolen. So perhaps that's one reason why I also don't have a Rolex. But I'm not the biggest guy in the world, am I? Zodiac Seawolf. That's what I was trying to think of before. Yeah, the old Zodiacs. I love the old Zodiacs. I really do. I was looking at them the other day. Someone got a tag stolen in the news. Really? What was it? I mean, what's the expensive? I mean, I don't know. I don't know tag, to be honest. I've got apart from the Monaco, of course. So that's not the biggest. That's not the most expensive watch in the world. The Monaco, is it? Unless it's a proper vintage blue one, maybe. But that's still not. That's still not Rolex money. Are they putting in-house movements in these now, like the Super Ocean with SW300 282 A2? I think this is a variation of an ETA 2824. It's a 17. It's a Breitling 17 movement, but I think it's based on an ETA 2. Yeah, ETA 2892. This one is a Breitling 10. Breitling 10, rebranded ETA. That's what this one's got in it. Okay. Yeah, nice watch. Right. Next one we've got. Have a look at this one. We have a Maurice Lacroix Acon. I presume you pronounce it Acon. I don't know. I thought Acon was some sort of rapper. Isn't it? It's a rapper called Acon. Tell me in the chat. As soon as I saw the name of this, I thought it was something, a nod to a rapper. But perhaps I'm wrong. Now, I mean, that is very blue. And to me, there's too much blue. That's just, no, there should be a contrast somewhere. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely, there's just too much blue going on there in my mind. It's just, yeah, no. The strap should be black. No, it's not black. So, yeah, black strap on that. Even if you Paul thought you'll have a white strap on that, wouldn't you? Paul would rock this with a white rubber strap, I reckon. Just like his Omega Pro Prof. But that definitely should have a different coloured strap. It's too blue, and I'm not into it. You reckon that? Yeah, X33. You did mean that. Thanks. Yeah, as soon as we get a human in, which you should do about past, I'll just grab the X33 behind me, and I'll show everybody X33 because you probably haven't seen that. I might not been. I can't remember whether it was streaming when I got the X33. It's a cracking watch. And I'll do something on that. So, anybody, what do people think of this? Am I right? Is it too blue? Or am I just wrong? Do you like the Pro? I do like the Pro, and I can rock a Pro Prof. I tried Paul's on in London a couple of years ago, and I can rock it. I might be the shortest guy in the world, but I can wear watches, big watches like 55mm stuff. Okay. So, yeah, I do like the Pro Prof, and I would have one if I could have one. I'm an Omega fanboy. I've got 4 Omegas, and I'd have a Pro Prof, 100%. I like loads. I love Omega, absolutely. So, any friends of the show want to send me a Pro Prof? There you go. I find most of quite a bit samey. Well, that's samey, isn't it? Because the whole thing's the same. The whole thing's just nothing. But the whole thing is just blue. Sorry, by the way, I don't mean to sound begging. You know, we can only have one beggar in the community. Sorry, I do apologise. Right. Yeah, it's just too blue. Absolutely. Tickers, which one would you choose if you had the choice? Pro Prof. I think I'd have the white dial with the orange bezel. I think I quite like. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, I think I'd have the white dial with the orange bezel. I think that's the one. Yeah, cracking watch. Pro Prof on tickets, Millennium Falcon on the wrist. That's correct. E-begging. As I said, e-begging. I was only Van, you need to know me, mate. I'm not that kind of person. It's all joshing because of somebody who does e-beg. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of person. Everyone knows that. I didn't ask anybody about that. I was asked. Someone just said, so the person who gave us that said to me, I just need to I've got this Breitling I need to get rid of because I don't wear it. It's not my style. And the next minute, I'm getting a message, what's your address? I'm sending the Breitling. That was it. There was no begging involved. There was nothing. He insisted they were sending me the watch. So, seriously, you got to know me to know I'm not that kind of person. Like to see this one close up. What this Maurice Lacroix? Seriously. Let's see if we've got any more pictures. And we should have some more pictures. Let's go and have a look and see. No. There you. That's about a close picture. That. Price wise, let's go for price before we get to it. I reckon this is going to be. I've no idea on prices of Maurice Lacroix, so I could be way out. I'm just gonna. And this is what I wouldn't pay for it. I think it's going to be $8,500. I'm going to say 8,500. I have no idea. It doesn't interest me as a watch whatsoever. I don't know whether it's a poor man's AP. It's very AP-ish, but not as good. There's no coordination with the colours. Really, I'm way out with prices. Seriously. This is interesting. This I don't know whether people know. Stephen Else is £1,300. Golf Guy says £1,800. Is that what the price you pay for Maurice Lacroix? Is that all they are? I mean, all right, that's not. I mean, in the watch world, that's cheap. Mr. Happy said 3,300. That's interesting. That because I have no idea on the price of them. Interesting, very interesting. Let's just scroll through and see. So we're going on. Mr. Big V said there's £1,700. 2,000 quid. Ray Harrison, right? This is interesting. Is what that I'm maybe way out with $5,500. So let me just scroll through and let me have a look. What's going? So the movement doesn't look half bad. I don't even know what movement's in it. Okay, so it's a Maurice Lacroix Icon automatic three-hander powered by an ML50115, which is based on a Salita SW200. Okay, so I guess if they're going to ask for $5,500 for something with a Salita SW200 in, but it is based on it, so it's got its own little modifications as well. So there again, look. If you don't think that's too blue, it just looks wrong. So there we go. 2,400 Swiss francs. I am way out. That is probably everyone's in 1,900 quid. Limited edition of 888 pieces. I'm not joking. I think that'll still be on the shelf in a year's time. I can't see that. I can't see that selling out. Really? No, that's a no from me. Right, what else have we got here? Let's see where we go. We got our old friends here, Zenith. The profoundly dazzling, according to Monochrome, profoundly dazzling Zenith Defy Extreme Mirror. Okay, the shiniest of them all. There you go. You want to do your fancy hair? Look at your watch. What do we think of this? I'm taking it those are shiny finishes there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Well, I'll tell you what. I prefer this to that last one. It's actually not too bad, actually. It is actually quite nice. Don't know whether to buy one, but it is quite nice. What do we all think of that? So people say they do like Zenith. Chili Badger says he likes Zenith. I actually quite like that. That'll be Robert Wood says that'll be way overpriced. Interesting. I like that. Chili Badger said, have you seen the new Zenith? Yes. Guess what, Chili? You there, mate? Yeah. All right. It's a big V straight in there. 11,500. Is that a price? Is that what it's going to be? Wow. I was thinking about 13.5. Just looking at that picture. Let's scroll down and see what's going on. Let's just go through and have a quick look. Let's close some of these pages down. Sorry, I've just still got the old tabs open for the other ones that I've done. I'm trying to keep an eye on the back room as well for our guests. Will be here soon. Right. Here we go. Let's scroll through and have a look. Yeah, that's quite nice. I actually quite like that. It's different. So the guy says a brand he holds high regard, although I've not had the pleasure of owning one yet. Plenty of time with various models. Yeah, that is pretty. That is classy. I like the bracelet on it. And even though I'm a strap guy rather than a bracelet guy, I think that deserves to be on stay on the bracelet. That's like a mirror finish bracelet. So the people who might not be following should know I'm 2.1 meters tall. Oh, I wish. And I have a slightly above wrist size of 19 centimeters. Okay. That means I have little trouble wearing large watches. A 45 mil. Well, I'd rock 45 mil, no problem. That's fine for me, that. Okay. I think that is really, really nice, that. I do like those shiny finishes on the subdials. So everybody else. So we've got some prices coming in here. Let's see what everyone's saying. Thomas Burnett, good evening, sir. Welcome. Good evening, Thomas. Welcome. So Big V, yeah, he's gone for 11,500. Chili Badger's gone for 9,008. Has it got El Primero movement? I'll have a look at him in it. It might have. Ray says 30 quid. Okay. And Mr. Happy likes it, and he said 6,750. I think he would like it for that price, but I bet you it's double that, near enough. Yeah, I do like it. So I've always said I do like Zenith. I've talked about Zenith before. But what bugs me about Zenith, and it's just a personal thing, is the subdials are kind of like different colours on some of the watches. Quite a lot of them. It just bugs me, and it just looks odd. They put an odd coloured subdial in, which doesn't match the rest of the watch. But that's just a tickers thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just me. Stephen L said the same as me. I think I went 13 and a half. Hang on. What's Robert Wood said? Since I said it'd be overpriced, he's going for 25 big ones, 25k. Thomas said he's a Zenith fan, but not their skeletonized watches. Not really a fan of this. Fair enough. Let's just scroll through and see if it's got the El Primero movement in. Let's see. Which always surprised me how this watch is legit. Its legibility, despite everything being reflective. Oh, look at the back of that. That's nice. Look at the back of that. Yes, it has got the El Primero 9004 caliber movement in. It's powered previous editions. But I actually do. I think the back of it looks superb. That looks really splendid. That does. Yeah, I like that. So let's have a look. Whoa. Ha 28,000 euros. Me dead. That is ridiculous, isn't it? That is ridiculous. 28,000 euros, guys. I was not expecting that. I really, really was not expecting that. Anyone else surprised at that price? Yes. Exactly. Look me dead, Van Luck said. Yes. Oh my God, that is pricey. Yeah. Whoever said a few minutes ago, like they're going straight in. Robert Wood, I thought he was joshing at 25k, but he's not even. Hey, we have our guest. Welcome.
Hey, Tickers.
How are you doing now?
I'm good.
This is Ryan. He was a stalwart on the show, going back 8-10 months ago for quite a long time, and then life got in the way for him and for me. So everybody who remembers the stream, say hello to Ryan. All the new people in. This is Ryan, and we hope he's going to continue being with us when he can. He's got to work around the job, which is a bit time-wise, but when he's around, he's here. Thank you, Ryan.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me again. It's always fun to be here.
Absolutely, mate. My pleasure. My pleasure. You can say hello to the craze at the top there. The craze are there.
I know. Look at that. I've seen some of the pictures that you've sent along. but it's great to be on the stream with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
awesome.
man. So your thoughts on this £28,000? What do you think? Would you pay 28K for that?
I can't. I know. I can't be doing that.
No.
What do you think
No.
it would go used? What do you think I guess, yeah, even the chat. What do you guys think it would go used?
I think it's going to drop. I think it's not going to hold. I think it'll drop like a stone. I mean, I don't know if Zenith do hold the price. The second-hand Zenith hold the price, guys.
Yeah,
because that's gonna be 14 grand a year in, isn't it? That's gonna halve, isn't it? 12, 14,
yeah.
isn't it?
You hit that. I thought it would be 10, somewhere around 10. I could be wrong though.
So maybe second-hand price, 10 grand, 12 grand. Maybe it's just about worth it, but certainly not.
Yeah,
€28,000. That is just ridiculous. Absolutely,
it's
being ridiculous.
It's not my cup of tea. Literally, no pun intended. Tickers.
No problem at all. Right. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at this. I'll tell you what we're going to do. 2 seconds. I'm just going to go over to my left-hand side, and one of our guys in the chat wants to see my Amiga X33. So I'm just going to grab that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. There might be some crashing here. It all goes wrong and things fall out on the floor and things things happen, but it'll be good.
Tickers, I was driving home. What are you wearing tonight?
What am I wearing tonight? I am wearing my gifted Breitling.
Oh, that's right. What a beauty.
Super Ocean 44 Special.
Fantastic.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
With a lovely Breitling strap as well. Yeah, pretty good.
That's
pretty
great.
chuffed with that. So yeah, pretty nice.
That is
right.
Nice.
We have here. Some guys have seen this. Some guys maybe haven't. So it's an old unboxing, but so this is an Amiga X33. It's a strange looking watch. Let me put myself full screen and get rid of this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Get with the program, guys. Right. So this is an Amiga X33, and I'll explain all about what it actually is. It's a 1990s, I think. God, you've got me there. It's a Gen 2, and this is the watch that is still handed out to SpaceX and NASA pilots for inside the space station. They can't wear it outside because it's quartz. They've got to wear the moon watch. But when they're doing all their calculations inside, they wear an X33 Gen 2, and they get it taken back off them as soon as they land. Now, what I love about this, I had to get one with the box. As RJ, friend of the show from Vitello Watches, said, when you get one, make sure you get the box, because the box is Kevlar. That stuff is the same white stuff that they put on the spacesuits. White spacesuits. Cool. It's the same stuff. It's Kevlar. You can't really see the material, but it's Kevlar material.
That's okay.
Which is pretty good. So it's got box and papers and everything on it. And tell you what.
There's no watch, Tickers.
It's in the watch box. Let me go get the watch.
There's no to watch. That's great. A nice Kevlar box you got there. It's great. That'll make hopefully somebody super chats. We need a super chat for that.
You couldn't $20. Could you? No. All right, just let me go over there to get the box. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh dear.
See how this goes.
Oh, this will be 100% here. Did you see the genuine look of surprise on my face when it wasn't in the box? Because I forgot. I said the box is on the side.
That was priceless.
That was priceless. Right, so basically, this now is the Constellation Collection. This is my Constellation Collection. So what we have here, we have, of course, the Moonwatch in the middle, the 2021 Moonwatch. We have the Bullover Lunar Pilot there, which is the 43.5 millimeter one, the smaller one, which is basically the production one of David Scott's unique watch that he wore on Apollo 15.
Cool.
Which he wore on space thing when his Omega crystal blew out. And of course, we have the X33, which is basically digital and has hands as well. Let's go around and put it that way.
So what, do you like? How often do you wear this watch?
It goes in rotation, sort of thing. You know, it's. I've got 53 watches or something ridiculous. Yeah, seriously, I know. I've got about 53 watches, so they kind of get rotated and stuff.
Yeah.
But I said I keep those separate. You know, everyone knows where I keep them now.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Not in your box.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the Constellation Collection. I really think they are amazing. You know, those three.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
It's a unique watch, the X33. As I said, it's quartz, and when you set the digital hands, the hands, the digital sets automatically. It all does it all in one.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That is awesome. What a cool watch.
I had to get the Gen 2 because that's the one that they're actually still issued.
Okay.
Which I think is good. Even though they've got a Gen 3 or 4 now, or 5, they've got the Mars timer. This is the one that they actually choose to still, and it's titanium as well. Titanium case and bracelet.
Is that your only titanium watch right now?
Which I own. Yeah, that's right. I've got this on loan. That's a Christopher Ward. You know, you've got to see a Christopher. You've got to see a Christopher Ward on the show, haven't you? You all know that.
Oh yeah.
And that's the Christopher Ward C61,000. So that's a 1,000-meter dive watch, the same as that. And when I get around to it, I'll be doing a video comparing an 1,100-pound 1,000-meter dive watch compared with a 4,000-pound dive watch. So that'll make an interesting video.
That's great.
But I don't own it. I don't own any more. I don't own any more titanium watches.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a titanium watch, and I really want. I don't have one. I think the Pelagos 39 would be great for my wrist size. So. But I haven't gotten there yet. We'll see.
Okay, that's good. Is that the next thing you've got? Is that the next thing you've got on your list? You think?
You know, I think my list, like every single one of us in the chat, changes every day, and it depends on the hour.
Hang on, Alexander voted £2. No dogs allowed at the watch show ticket. Yeah, I know that, Alex. That's fine, mate. There won't be. They won't. I know that. I've got a little place for them to go now. I've got a little home that they go to down the road, which is why I can now go to watch shows. I wouldn't ever dream of. Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. They'll go away for the day when I go to the watch show. Absolutely. Bless them. Thanks, Alex. Appreciated.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
I think changes every day. You know, I mean, that's the problem. That's the problem with this hobby. You know.
Yeah. You just sort of you have your ideas of what you want, and you know, I keep saying I want a No Time to Die, which I love. You know what I mean? I'm a Bond fan, and I love it, but I can't see myself. You know, things get in the way, like buying other stuff. You know,
100%.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, the X33 was like $2,000. I mean, it's not
Right.
$7,000 or whatever, like No Time to Die, but it's $2,000 towards the No Time to Die. But there are a lot of them are Japan, and they're
Right.
not, a lot of them are probably ropey and written off and stuff. This is a nice condition one. I think it'd been serviced. So you've got to you've got to jump on it when you see one.
100%. I'm I'm the kind of person who I don't want my watch has ever been polished. So I have to, when you see it like new, never polished or anything like that, that I have to jump on it too. And obviously sometimes it can cost more like that. And I get it. It's all about the condition.
Yeah.
For
it's
me,
like my S&P, like my Bond S&P 300, 1996. I bought it from a dealer's up north like a couple of years ago, down here. I saw it online, and it had been serviced, and the bracelet had been serviced as well. The original Omega bracelet, the pin and collet bracelet. I always remember being told that you've got to get one with that bracelet to be serviced, really, because it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the watch and everything. They're happy with it, but on the receipt, the jewelers had sent it away for a service, and they had changed the insert on the bezel complimentary and kept the old one.
Mm-hmm.
Omega Service Center. Now that pissed me off a bit because I would have liked to keep the faded. I would have liked to keep the faded. The bezel was faded. I'd like a faded bezel, but obviously the person who was selling it wanted to make it as spanky as possible, so it had a new insert. But they should have given me the old insert back. They kept it. They kept the old insert. They said they were keeping it on the paperwork.
See, this is a good point, and I think this is a great overall question. Don't you think that if you're getting charged for another bezel or another piece of the watch, don't you think that that piece of that watch, though, that they're replacing is yours? You know what I mean? Like a lot of times these companies keep something, and it's like, I know they. But it prevents people wanting to actually make services. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know if Alex is still in the chat, what he actually, whether he, if he does that kind of thing, whether I would imagine Alex gives the bits back. You know what I mean? If he's asked to change it, Thing is, I don't think the shop didn't ask I don't think they asked to change it particularly. They asked to do a service on it before they were selling it. And it said on the paperwork, we have giving you a complimentary replacement of your bezel insert and get the old one. And I thought to myself, okay, so that they decided that it would look, look better on the sales thing, because some people like us like faded bezels, but somebody just wants a spanky S&P 300 from 1996, and I guess it did look spanky because it had been replaced.
I totally get it. I just think you should be able to have the chance to buy your own pieces or have your own pieces from your watch. And maybe not in this situation, but yeah. And I know they don't want to because they don't want that. Yeah. But that's my one big gripe.
The question is, why wouldn't they send it back? I'm not going to try and fit it myself back again. So I just want to know why wouldn't they give the old one back?
Oh, I think they probably don't want that out in the public. I think they don't want people selling it. I don't think they want people. I don't think.
Okay, so someone takes a 98, puts that on, and then suddenly said it's a 93 because, and then changes the serial number and messes about with it generally, and it's a Frankenstein. It's a Franken watch because it's not got the correct bezel insert for the year of the watch. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Or they don't think it's prestigious enough to give it back. It's not up to their standards. I think those are probably all of that is probably what they're thinking. But I definitely think they don't. Yeah, I think they're afraid that some of this stuff will get out and it'll be put on different watches and being sold and yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think you're right, Takers.
Yeah. while you're here, I was just gonna. I'll take a chance to show you. I'll take a chance to show you some other stuff and let people see stuff. It's another thing I bought the other day as well.
Is it in the box?
This is
Yeah.
This is yes. This is in the
Yeah.
box.
Just
Thank
wondering.
you
Just
very
wondering.
much.
No problem.
Just wondering. Yeah, that was funny.
That was great.
This is completely off the wall. This, mate. I don't know if you know about these. Let me go full screen.
Yeah.
Have you any idea, Mr. Rolex man, what that is? Look at that. Try and get it there properly.
Yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna go with no. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that is a Bolivar. It's a Bolivar Accutron.
That's it. Accutron.
Okay. Yeah, it's an Accutron Space View.
All right. Wow.
And it is 1969. Look at the condition on it with the
bracelet. Beauty. I know. 1969, huh?
1969, and it's got a sales receipt in the box. It was sold in 1972 for £56 with a £1 discount.
Yeah. Wow.
Alex says, put that thing back in the box. Nay, I know it's way off the wall. I understand that, but you know me, I like off the wall watches, Alex. You know that. It's I like things different. It's a classic kind of yeah. It's very accurate. I mean, it's like accurate to something like 10 seconds a year or something ridiculous.
Wow, is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's got a tuning fork on that speeds 360 times a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's super accurate.
I didn't realize they were that accurate. Hence the name, though. I guess. Right?
It's the same technology that was used. It was used on the clocks on Apollo 11.
Got it.
It's bonkers. It's if you're kind of a watch enthusiast, it's the kind of something you kind of have an eye on and having your arsenal sort of thing. So I bought that. Yeah.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to drop the link for Alex. Come on. Okay, just bear with us a second. Yeah, let's have a bit of an extended show. Who cares? We're good. Tickers is back. So I guess. Yeah. Okay, Thomas. You pay for it, mate. No, it's just. You know what I mean? Here we go. Alex. Go on. Sorry.
No problem. When did you get that Accutron?
A couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple. I was kind of after one, and my mate was looking, and he spotted that it was a UK seller, and it was like pretty good condition. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna jump on that. How good it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's great. Has it ever been in for a service? You know?
Yeah, it's been serviced. It's how the guy in this country services them. There's a guy in Wales. So the guy who sold it to me off eBay. Sent it to some guy in Wales who did it, who services them all. There's only a certain number of people who know what they're doing to actually. No dish on any watchmaker. It's completely different than any other kind of, other kind of watches you can say. It's completely off, and also parts as well. Apparently, parts are running out on these things. You've got to have some, make sure you've still got the stock of stuff.
Totally.
And when they come originally, they've got old style batteries, old oxide batteries at 1.33 volts. So basically, you have them altered to 1.55 volts. So yeah, it's bonkers. Alex, I have dropped the link there, mate. If you're still there, you want to come in? The link's there for you.
The Accutron's not something I'm very familiar with, Ticker. So
no, it's a bit of an odd. It's a bit of an oddball thing, as I said. See what else? Yeah, I said guest wise tonight. Sorry, everybody. We said thanks Ryan for coming. Anyhow, so I would have been flying solo most of the time. Anyhow,
oh no problem.
We normally said I got a guy called Tommy who's been over the last 2 weeks. I just sent the invite. He didn't tell me he couldn't come in, so.
Yeah, I saw you were solo when I was, and I said, I better make sure I get at least to half of the show. I promised.
Yeah,
I don't know how much entertainment I bring, but hey, you know.
Yeah. Stephen L, £2 for the overtime. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you,
I made you $2. You can't say I didn't do anything for you ever, Ticker.
Yeah, that's right. That will yeah, that'll pay a little bit of money for the craze for something.
Yeah.
Tigger's purchased Accutron for himself on his 30th birthday way back in 1972. Hey, how you doing, Alex?
Hey, Tickers, how are you? How's it going?
Hey, mate. How are you? All right. I was just interesting subject here, mate, as to your feelings on why main dealers, why would have the main service centre, whatever, I think it was the one in Southampton it went to, why would they have swapped out the bezel insert on the SMP 300 as a complimentary? It was, we have done this and we're keeping the old one.
Well, I'm sure Omega actually give your old parts back. I don't believe that they keep them. When I've
okay, it was on the receipt.
What on the receipt saying what?
On the receipt, I've got the box here. It was on the it was on the Amiga receipt. It was on the Amiga receipt from. So I got it from Withington's in Wimslow. That was a shop.
Yeah, good place.
Yeah, the good place. And they said that it was on their store, and they had it serviced before I got it. And when I got it, all the bunch of papers that came with it, and it showed the service, and it had been to the place in Southampton for the service, and they'd done the tube and everything. And it just said that we've done a complimentary replacement of the bezel insert and kept the old one.
Oh, they actually said in writing that they kept the old one.
Yes, they said that. Yeah, they had said that. They gave me the collar back and all that. They gave me all the tube back and everything, but they didn't give me the bezel insert. And they said they kept it.
Well, when did it get serviced by them? When was that?
It would have been. I bought it on 224. I bought it in March 2022. So it would have been just before then, January, February 2022. They got it sent for service before they put it up for sale.
I'm surprised that they did that, to be honest. I've had customers that have had stuff done by Omega, and probably because they asked for the stuff back. At the end of the day, it is your property, but Rolex don't give stuff back, full stop. They won't give stuff back. It's on a part exchange basis, plus they just don't like to give stuff back. But I have heard from individuals that if you pay a percentage for your own parts, they do give them back. So I've heard mixed. I've heard people say no, they don't give stuff back, and then I've heard people say, well, if you pay a percentage, they do. But with Omega, they're a lot more easier going. In my opinion. I mean, I've got a Seamaster that I've just bought to sell. I think it's actually. Let me find it for you.
Just see if I can see where my Omega box is. Yeah.
I've got a Seamaster here that I actually changed the bezel. Well, because I changed it, obviously I've got the old one. I've not put it on the bracelet yet, but you can see the finish. I don't know if you can. It's probably not the best.
Can I put you full screen, please, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I can see that's lovely. That isn't it? What?
Yeah.
What year's that?
not even checked the year. I've got the box of papers. I can't remember the year off the top of my head, but it's had
very similar to mine. Very similar to mine. That's beautiful condition, that though. Yes, that bezel is beautiful condition.
It's a brand new bezel. This is the old bezel here.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you can't get the inserts for these. You have to change the complete bezel. Omega don't fit just the insert. They change the complete bezel. The reason why I wanted to test the bezel is because a lot of Omega individuals prefer it to be in A1 condition, but also have the old parts to it as well.
Right, so gotcha, yes.
But yeah, it's come out really well. I'm actually selling this. I've not decided how much to sell it for, but it's a stunning piece. But if you see this Rolex here that I've just finished, customers ask for no polish, but here is the old parts back here. You've got a winding wheel on the rotor axle. And I changed the mainspring as well, but I threw that away. So he can have those old parts.
Yes. Right, I found the take you off full screen. I found the box for the Omega with the paperwork. So let's have a look. It's not got my details on or anything like that because it's come from the jewelers directly to the place in Southampton. So I'm not going to dox anything or anybody. So let's just have a look here what it says. Okay, full service does not include replacement glass, spring bar 20mm, cage tube, steel bezel blue, aluminium ring. That was 230 quid. As a gesture of goodwill, we would like to offer the bezel to be replaced free of charge by exchange with Switzerland. The original will be retained.
And was that from Worthington's in Wimbledon?
No, yeah, sorry, this is from the place in Southampton to Worthington's, yes.
Yeah. Worthington's are a really good company, I believe, in Winslow. They're really nice to deal with, very professional, good prices, great stock. Yeah, they're really good in the Northwest, definitely. Brilliant company.
Okay, so it looks like the hands were changed as well.
Well, look, for me, in my honest opinion, the Omega Seamaster always suffers from patina. Well, call it patina, but age of the dial and hands, and I don't like that. I like hands to be linear, to be the same as the bezel, dial and hands. Hence the reason why I want to change the bezel on this, because the bezel looks shit. It just looks faded. The other thing is as well with these bezels that you've got to be careful when you put them in ultrasonic tanks, because if you have ammoniated solutions, you just fuck the bezel. And I've seen, well, they're not they are nice bezels, but I do think that the Submariner bezel is more resilient, resistant than these. You tend to see these really fade and they do look a bit shit. But some people like that shit look, don't they, Tickers?
Well, I do like the fade. It was a 1990 odd watch. If it would have a bit of fade on the bezel, then it's something I would quite like. You know what I mean? Personal choice, as I said, but this would be given the choice.
Golf guys asked, would Alex recommend a company to fix my watch? Yeah, it's one called Perpetual Time, where the watchmaker is a fellow of the BHI and also WASTEP certified, has over 20 years of experience. If you go on Perpetual Time, my cap, there you go. That's a watchmaker you can use. Plus, I give extended warranty. So on this Rolex, for instance, you only get 24 months warranty with Rolex, but I give 28 months, and I warranty the parts that I fitted. Now Rolex don't do that. If the mainspring snaps that they fitted, which it can snap at its weakest point, they will re-estimate for the whole service again, no matter what. They won't do a part job. I warranty the parts that I fit, which are genuine Rolex parts.
Guys, we've got 327 people watching.
You've got how many people?
According to this, at the top, it says 329 people.
No, you haven't got 329 people. Come
I'll
on.
do a three. Honest, seriously, that's what it says. It says live. It says 329 live viewers. Seriously, I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. Tell you what, no, I can't take a picture. I've got Craig on, but it does say 329. Honest.
Well, that's because they're here for your
streaming it. He's Tim streaming it. Well, it wouldn't show. That would just show one, wouldn't it? It's got 321 now, but 100% it says 321 people watching. If it is 321 people watching, and it just not really. I just talk bullshit all day, but I try and keep it real and talk about watches and not get involved with the shit that goes on. That's what I'm saying. It just, as I said before, it's watches. We love watches. It's an affliction we've all got. We all love watches. So that's just there's nothing special about it. It's just what we like.
Well, it's true. I mean, I remember, like I just said a few minutes ago, like you asked me what's my next watch? Well, it depends on the hour, depends on the the day, It's
sorry to interrupt you, timer tested.
Oh, no problem.
Look at this.
Oh, let me just put your full screen on this. Let's have a look at this. Oh, look at that.
This was bought in Christie's auction. Look, this is a Schwarz-Etienne tourbillon.
Wow. That's a
look at
beautiful watch.
That is that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
You want to see? I don't know, but you want to see the detail of the globe. It's incredible.
It looks good from here, man. It looks good from here.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's got plastic over the front of it as well. So that's got plastic over the front of the dial, and it still looks.
I know.
It still looks superb.
I put the plastic over it just in case.
Of course you did. That's no problem.
Yeah.
That's not a criticism. I'm just saying it looks so good now, even with the plastic over the front. So close-up detail in front of you. That looks amazing.
Is that dial color like a burnt brown or a red? I can't see it from here.
It's just, I don't know what it is, but it's just highly
That's
decent.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
beautiful piece.
Look at that tourbillon. That's a real tourbillon, none of this fake Aventi shit.
No, that's a proper tourbillon. That show. Is that a limited number? There's got to be a limited number of pieces, surely, Alex. And how many pieces is that?
Don't know. It's not. It might be limited, but it's not showing as limited on the case. Usually it does, but it is a beautiful watch.
Yeah, it really is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Like it is. Yes. Why I've got it here is actually there's my Omegas here. I'm gonna tell you what. Can I set the setting to take the mirror of my camera off and it'll be better. Let's just change the thing so you can see. So yeah, that's my Omega. And it doesn't reflect that the fact is it's a 1996 because it's pretty spanky, but I love it. It's great. And I love the fact is the bracelet was all and these bracelets are a bit of a bitch service as well, Alex, or
yeah, because
they actually need doing, I take it, don't they?
Yeah, you need to change the pins and tubes because you'll find that this part here tends to bend where it clicks in place. It just tends to bend here. Also, the extension link tends to wear out. I tighten this one. Just tighten it so much.
Nice.
Also, pins and tubes wear considerably as well, which is quite annoying. That's why the newer style bracelets are better because they use a screw. They use a screw with a pin, don't they, rather than just a pin and tube. These bracelets are good, but So the pros of this watch, Tickers, is that obviously it's a James Bond Omega Seamaster. It's what Jean-Claude Vive even said it. It's what built Omega back up again, because Omega at that point were known for the Constellation, but then the Seamaster rose from the James Bond film. It's a true classic, automatic, 2892, easy to service. Reverser wheels tends to need to be changed. Mainspring I would change. The cons of this watch is the bracelet wear.
Yeah.
Extension link wears. The other thing as well is you'll find that sometimes the helium escape valve can sometimes just completely wind off, can just come off completely with the spring. Also, the crowns on these, on the newer versions, they're laser welded, so they tend to crack easily and just come completely off. But apart from all those, it is actually a great watch. It's one of my favorites. I used to have one of these, and what I did was I PVD'd the whole watch, put a glass back on it, PVD'd the rotor, changed the dial to black, and then put 007 on the second hand, and called it the Dark Knight and sold it.
Wow. So going back to that, that's interesting. So how do you PVD a watch then? I know the pull rate. How do you actually PVD a watch?
So, because I was lucky at the time, because I knew a company. I still know them now, but I knew a company that would basically have these machines that would. I think it was PVD over. Or was it DLC? It was the one where it goes into a machine and it comes out coated. Don't ask me how it's done, but they would put the case and bracelet fully stripped down into this machine while other large components were being done. They wouldn't do it as just mine because it's too expensive. So they'll say, Mr. Foti, now is the time to send your watch. Make sure it's fully stripped down. The more it's stripped down, the better. And then they'll put it in this machine with all these other large components. And then I'll get it back and I'd have to rebuild it. So the biggest mistake is I sold that watch, and I sold that watch and I shouldn't have sold it for many reasons. There's one reason I'm not going to tell everyone why. Not because there was anything wrong with the watch, it was stolen or anything like that, but it was how I acquired the watch. It's something I regret. It's one of those, sometimes you look back and you think, why did I sell that? Whether it's a watch or whatever, but I sold it and I wish I didn't sell it. And what's funny is I got an email 7 years later, Tickers. A customer said, I've got an Omega Seamaster and Omega won't touch it. Can you sort it? And guess what? It was my watch. But and it had water damage in it. Somehow he managed to get water in it. And I made the mistake of being honest and saying, listen, that watch was mine. And he says, what do you mean? I said, that was my own watch. And as soon as he heard that, he says, well, I want to sell it to you, but how much is it worth it to you? How much is it worth it to you? As soon as he knew that I wanted it, he was coming out. Do you know what I mean? Right. So I just had to be honest and say, look, that was my own watch. It even came with my own perpetual time warranty card. But yeah, it was all black. Glass back fitted, rotor PVD. So when you looked at the inside of the watch, you see the rotor black. Had a gold crown here, gold helium escape crown, black bed, black dial. It looked amazing. Yeah.
Any pictures of it?
Yeah, they're on my Instagram. They're on my earlier pictures of my Instagram.
Right. Go into Perpetual Time Instagram, guys, and check out the Dark Knight. Absolutely.
Right at the beginning of my Instagram. It's really, I've got so many pictures, but it is there somewhere. I promise.
It is there somewhere. Yeah, go and check it out. Go and check it out, guys. Yeah, absolutely. So, are you going to the show that Dee's doing in June?
Yeah, I'll be there.
In Wembley. There's not. I was looking. There's not much stuff about it. I was trying to find a link the other day for it. I can't find much.
No, don't worry about that. There'll be a link. There'll be that. It's in June.
Oh,
so
okay, that's great. You've got a lot of time. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'll see if D wants to come on a couple of weeks before and talk about it, give a plug, whatever. You know what I mean? He wants to give it a plug the show a couple of weeks before. It'd be good. Yeah, be interesting. That be good to see that. Who's gonna? Is it the same kind of people that's going to be there at the kind of the last show that he organised?
Yeah, it's going to be similar people, but it's going to be more this time. It's going to be more selection. So it's a bigger event basically.
Okay, event. That's good. That's good. That's excellent. Yeah, that's yeah.
I think it's going to be the biggest in the UK or something.
Oh right! Oh great! That's really good. That's brilliant. That's good. Yeah, really good. Being Northern guy, I don't really know. Is it London? Sorry,
Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That is excellent. Well, thanks for coming on, Alex. It's good. Very interesting to speak to you, as always. Seriously, always very good. You know.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I'm just. Do you want to see a Frank Muller, ladies?
Yeah, we can do. Let's have a look. Yeah, go and show us something. Yeah, go show us.
I'm sorry, I'm auto testing. No.
Yeah, guys, go to Alex's channel, please, and give him votes and things. Alex Vote on there. Go and give him a like and a thumbs up and a thing. Please, thank you. 326 people watching. I'm just a bit. Whereas I've never had 326 people watching me ever. Not even when I've done a Gonzo stream. Oh, look at that. I'll just go you full screen again, please, Alex. That's all right. It's amazing. Okay, so that's a ladies. Is that how big's that? Or small that? How that looks
tiny.
Oh, it's tiny, is it? Okay.
So it's got an ETA 2671 in it with a decorated rotor. And
right.
This strap's non-original. It's previously after set as well. It's a great watch, but the problem with these is that the glass is heavily curved, and I always see these heavily scratched, even though they're supposed to be sapphire, but sapphire does scratch. And also the hands, they're like bent because of the shape of the case. Second hand is just slightly off the dial. It's just the clearance is so minimal.
It's in focus. Yeah, just keep. So yeah, we get it. You know, yeah, just a bit. It looks when it's in focus, man. It's spanky. It's lovely in focus. Something. It's,
the clearance is so minimal. Plus, you've got to be very careful how to take the movement out of the case because the corners of the dial can start to crack because it's so tight in there, really tight. But that red hand, can you see the red second hand?
Yes.
Yeah. You see it going. That is just ever so slightly off the dial because it's just curved. It's curved.
Right.
It's not easy. That's why you see a lot of them with like dial damage, not from water ingress, which is quite common on these because they're not great for water, but you'll see marks on the dial because the clearance.
What's it in for? Is it just for a standard service, or is it what we got it in for?
Service because Frank Muller won't touch it because it's previously after set, and also just a strap because the rubber strap that it came with, it's worn.
What year is that?
I haven't got a clue what year it is. I don't know what year it is. It's a lovely piece.
Yeah.
Good size for you, this stickers.
Thanks. It's a ladies' watch. But actually, fair enough. It doesn't look like a ladies' watch, but does it? I mean, I don't know. Does it?
Von Kroll, the lady didn't want to change the sapphire glass. She wasn't asked. I would love to see the new sapphire glass, but she's not that bothered.
What's your opinions of Breitling? Do you like Breitling?
I've actually got one here.
Oh, okay.
I've got a case here. Now, I might as well show you. Now, the issue with Breitling, I've banged on and on about it, is that you see how you got the Seamaster. You've got the Seamaster, haven't you?
Yes. Yes.
If you unscrew the crown, you can take that tube out. So this, so Seamaster, you can actually extract the tube out. So it means it's not part of the case. On this Breitling here, this tube is actually part of the middle case. Yeah, it's actually part of the middle case. It's lasered on. So
is that what it will be with my Super Ocean? Because it's got I don't know, it's fancy thing. They put the tube red, so you know the crown's out on the Super Ocean.
On the Super Ocean.
Yeah, that's where I'll just I'll exit full. I'll just as I got. You might not see the stream, but that's mine.
Yeah.
And it's got, as you can see, it's got red on the inside of the crown when I pull the crown out.
Is that DLC or PVD?
I think it's PVD. I think it's PVD. Try to remember.
Now, Higgins, he went into detail about PVD and DLC, and it was quite interesting what he was saying, the differences. I believe one of them, if you scratch it, it scratches in black, but there's one, if you scratch it, it scratches in its under its coating or something, where you can actually see it. There's one that I think it's DLC that scratches in black. But
what's better then? I mean, is it a trade-off? One's harder but not as good looking, or is there a trade-off between the two?
I believe DLC is better. It'll be interesting what people say in the chats. I mean, I don't really work much with PVD or DLC. I mean, I used to be able to remove it, but I stopped all that because removing it is very difficult because you get patchiness. And then you have to refinish the watch. And then when you get patchiness and refinishing a watch, if it's near a model number or a serial number, then you've got a bit of problems. If they've coated the model number and serial number, which they would on Rolexes, on the rehaul, or even on the case itself. So I did an AT many years ago, which came out really well, but it wasn't an easy job.
DLC, DLC that is. That's DLC. Apparently, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, so
it's got. This has also got a foot. The bezel, Alex, is actually the actual bezel itself is ceramic, not an insert. The whole. Now, people have said in the press, they said that it could get damaged easily because it's a ceramic bezel rather than a ceramic insert. Am I correct that the whole bezel is a bit flaky because it's ceramic?
No, ceramic is. I find ceramic is complete compound. It seems a lot more. Yeah. That's why I think Hublot ceramic is fantastic.
Okay. There could be a reason why they did it. So that's what the press. When I just read the general reviews on it, and they just thought because it wasn't an insert surrounded by a steel bezel with an insert, the whole thing is ceramic. They were wondering if it gave it a big a comparison knock like you would a normal bezel, that it would suffer.
Well, ceramic for me, Tickers, is a bit of a. Ceramic is great. Ceramic is good as a case, but the problem is if you drop it, you can't fix it. And as we know, the likes of let me show you. So we've got a Pepsi here. So we've got Rolex Pepsi. Now, the issue with this bezel is that if you take this bezel out, it's going to crack 100%. So you have to work by removing the bezel. If you take that bezel insert out, that's it. It's going to crack. They always crack. Always crack. Unless
Okay.
even if you had the Rolex tooling, you'll still struggle. It's just one of those things.
Wow. Is it all right? Okay. So there's a special tool that Rolex use to remove. There's a special tool made. Is there to remove it?
Yeah, Rolex have a special tool with bit. I mean, you can see them on Instagram, the special tooling,
Wow.
but on the Pepsi, it's just prone to cracking. It's annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's a lovely watch, though, isn't it?
That is a lovely. Yeah, that is a lovely watch. That is correct. Yeah. So is that yours, or is that one in for service?
No, this one's coming for a polish.
Gone for a polish. How many watches you love to have on the go at one time just to actually work on?
Well, services I'll have only the maximum services I'll have on the bench strip down is 2. I won't.
Yes,
I'm
so
not
it's
really like
right.
I can't do like 7 or 10 in one go like other watchmakers do. I'm not saying all of them do, but I can't do that. I just like to work
Meticulously and step one on and absolutely have that one in your mind with everything else. Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Yeah,
It's a great
yeah.
ethic, isn't it? That's absolutely, yeah.
But this is actually a beautiful watch, but it's overpriced massively. I think it's massively overpriced, and I wonder how much it costs to make a Rolex. I honestly believe, from knowing the margins of other luxury companies, luxury watches, I believe it doesn't cost any more than £300-400. Actually, probably even less to make this watch.
Wow, really? That is, yeah. Wow, that's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is absolutely. That's bonkers. So what years? What year is that?
Well, this is a mixed serial numbers, so I don't know what year it is. I mean, I
So
wouldn't
it would have
know.
say sold for 12, maybe 12. So they made it for say 300-400 quid, and it could have sold for what, 12?
Yeah, I can't see. Look, you got to understand is that these companies making billions and billions of profit a year. So how is that possible? Yeah. I mean, don't forget, we are going on the basis of thinking that these are luxury items, which, okay, they are, but they have to make money. And by making money, they're heavily marketed. And by heavily marketed, they've got to then make a profit. So why would it not? Why would it cost any more than that? Don't forget, these are mass produced. These are highly mass produced items. I mean, don't forget this. I mean, there's reasons why the likes of Louis Vuitton and other companies burn their products rather than have them discounted. So they'll literally burn them. They'll get rid of them, destroy them. So
I take it when you say Q, does that mean the weight, Jay Grace? I take it, how long is the weight for one of them? I wouldn't know what the weight is for one of them. It's a case of you've got to go and buy a lower priced item. Is that still the thing? I mean, as you know, I don't really take a big interest in Rolex, Alex. So I take it that you couldn't just walk into a shop and buy a Pepsi. You've got to impress them and
you can't
date just or something. Not
still very difficult to buy a Pepsi tickets. It's still very difficult to buy a Pepsi, but it's now becoming easier to get hold of like a brand new sub like mine, this Bumblebee. I'm getting offered watches left, right, and fucking center at the moment. Literally.
That's good. That's great.
No, I get loads of
sorry.
watches.
Watch service. How long's the queue? My apologies. Watch service. How long? Yeah. What's your waiting time? If someone said I want a service on my watch and it's not a fancy, I don't know, a standard service, say on a Rolex or whatever you can do. What's your wait time at the moment, Alex?
It really depends on what it is. You know, if it's a restoration, it can be from 20 to 36 weeks, or if it's a standard service, it can be from 6 to 8 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks. It depends on what. Just James Advisor, which it's great that he's gave his opinion. the Rolex cost about $800 to make, $1,100 at the absolute most. I can't see it even being $800. But then again, $800 in sterling is what? It's what? Six?
It's probably 6. Probably, yeah. So it's only 100 off what you said, 500.
Yeah. I just the more I see the watches, the more I kind of learning from manufacturing, and also seeing the fake market as well, how super close they're now getting. It's like you have to appreciate that there is massive profits in these watches, massive profits, huge.
So is it the same for Omega then? So I don't know, a $5,000, a five and a half grand Speedy, is that going to cost 800 quid to make as well?
Oh, it costs less, much less.
Much less because it's not.
Don't forget, if they've got if the machinery is all paid off, it's the marketing that's extremely expensive. Extremely expensive.
Wow, that's okay. So I mean, what about the most expensive Rolex you can go out and buy? Standard one. Is that Is that going to be like not much more than a couple of grand to make, sort of thing?
Well, look, I saw somebody on Instagram talking about the cost the cost of making an iPhone. He says is $10. Right.
Oh, God, really that low?
But I think that's more of a trick of words, because there's cost of labor, there's cost of the parts, cost of manufacturing. It's a bit of a play on words. It's a bit of a play on words, such as when Rolex say it takes a year to make their watch. Well, it may take a year to make their watch, but they've made $1 million in that year.
Yeah.
Behind that. So there's always play on words. You've got to also appreciate is that apparently, I don't know whether it's 51% or 61%, but there's a percentage of a watch before it's classed as Swiss made. Before it's classed as Swiss made, it has to be over a certain percentage. It doesn't have to all be made. So you've got to bear that in mind as well. So, Rolex make nearly all their parts in-house. But there's other companies out there that are using the same company to make their straps, to make their dials, etc. So that doesn't mean they're any less, but you have to appreciate that it's a business. It's a business. Yeah. It's all a business. Cars are a business. All these items it's luxury items. It's a business. And that's why we'll do everything and anything to stop individuals heavily discounting their products. That's why Hermes and Louis Vuitton have managed to keep that market and keep it strong.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go, Tickers. But
listen, thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for. Yeah, we'll have a chat offline sometime. Thank you so much for joining us. Much appreciated. It's good to see you again.
Enjoy the rest. Yeah. Take care. Yeah.
Yeah. Take care, mate. Thank you.
Right. All right.
Guys, that was Alex. Brilliant. Seriously, great. Seriously, thanks, Alex, for joining. We'll have him on again sometime to talk about a certain subject. We'll pick a subject to do with watchmaking or something, or we've got an interesting watch he's servicing or something. We'll get him on board and get that sorted. That was interesting. That. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for Ryan. Sorry you had to drop off, mate. Sorry I didn't say cheerio to you, Ryan. You kind of disappeared, but no, you got stuff. You got stuff going on and everything. Paul M. All right, Tickers. Hello, Paul M. Good to see you again. Nice to see you, mate. Yes. I'm just intrigued. Just as a matter of interest, we're showing 347 people watching at the moment, and that is only true. Can other people just confirm to me? Someone said it's bots, but I've never seen I didn't know how you get bots going on I've no idea how you get a bot sorted out for watching live stream. I didn't know it could happen. I mean, I work in IT, but I just didn't know you could. You know, someone's paid money for it. 352. What's going on? I've never had 352 people watching the show ever. 356. This is just something weird. I've no idea. Why isn't the chat busy? Okay, if you're one of these 352 viewers and not a bot, come in the chat on and say hello, because I don't recognize any more names. There can't be 356 people, and no one else is typing in the chat who we don't know. All these people here: Paul M, Von Rukel, Thomas Burnett, Timepiece Bob. Yes. Graham Cartwright. Hello, Graham. Thank you. Thank you very much, Graham. That's good. Midland Drum Lessons. Hello. Thank you. Yes, we know, Robert L. You're real. Thank you. Doc's Report. Hello. Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't doubting anybody, but I did nothing to push this traffic. Alex was obviously in the chat, and he didn't push a button, I don't think, to get the traffic going. I'm just intrigued where it's all. I'm just saying it's intrigued where it's all come from. I don't normally. I had 55 people earlier, and suddenly I've got 336, which is absolutely fantastic. Hello, JL. Thank you. I appreciate it. If this is proper traffic, and we're going to get more people in next week. Coppers. Hello, Coppers. Thank you. Okay, so anybody, you 344 people, if you're liking the content, I know it's been a bit off the wall sometime, and it was classic gold. Me going and trying to look for a watch in a box that wasn't actually in the box. It was in a watch roll. That wasn't rehearsed. That happened. that was quite funny. So if you enjoyed that, that's great. It wasn't staged. That just kind of happened. Is the green sex aid by the dog attracting? Do you know what? A friend of mine who has 2 dogs. They've got something like that, and they call it a sex aid or something. They don't use it; they use it for the dogs. It could be actually. Well done, Matt. Oh, love it. Fantastic. It's funny. 358 people watching. If I tell you, seriously, if you're there and enjoying the show, talking about watches, please upvote, like, and subscribe the channel. So we just had Alex on, who's a master watch repairer over in the Northwest. And he was talking about he's got one of these for sale. So very similar to that, which has just been serviced. So this is my 1996 S&P 300 James Bond automatic. And he's got one very similar. Like just a classic watch. One of my all-time favorite classic watches. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who joined and commented and joined in with the with everything. The 366 people who are still watching the show, if you are, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, upvote. I said I do stream every Tuesday at 9 o'clock GMT. And I'm seriously considering doing another show in the week, but I will announce that. So hang on, we've got a few more. We've got Bill K, who says, thanks, John. Thank you, Bill K. Hayes White, 372, 300. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll need to do some dig deeping. Some at some figures in the back end of YouTube Studio to find out about the views and where they're all coming from, because I'm struggling. As I said, Alex came up, said, I want to come and talk about it, and then he jumped on. And then suddenly, all these figures... Now, if it was Alex who pulled them in, thank you, Alex, but he's gone, and the figures are still here. So, yes, thank you, everybody. Perhaps you've all come to see the craze, even though you can't see them very much. Let's just see, before we go, let's just turn here. Let's leave my leg and see. No, you can only see Ronnie there, who's asleep. And right, I'm going to go. I'm whittering now. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Please like and subscribe and everything else. And I'll give you an update when I go live again. And I reckon I'll have to do another show in the week or something like that. So, yeah, Junior Johnson said only 51 have voted. This is the thing. So, 383, 402 people. Please, let's have some more upvotes. And I will see you all again next time. Thank you. Good night.